Welcome to Rural Minnesota CEP. This is our great team here at Rural Minnesota CEP, and we're all here to help you today to give you great ideas and tips on how to find a job, get a job, keep a job. So I'd like to introduce you to everybody. I'm the team leader here, so I help supervise the resource room and the workforce center here, and this is...
I'm Dana, and I'm the first person you meet when you walk in the door, and I will send you in the right direction.
I'm Kyle. I'm a career counselor. I'll help you with resumes, interviewing, job seeking, and career exploration.
And I'm Tani, and I work with youth ages 14 to 24 with some work training opportunities and also classroom training and career advising.
My name's Terrell. I'm a job counselor, so I help people from the beginning to the end of the process.
I'm Eunice. I am in the resource room. I help you do resumes, look for work, complete applications, do unemployment, whatever you may need, I will try to help you.
I'm Sheila. I'm a job counselor. Like Terrell, I start the process with you and take you all the way through to the end.
And I'm Marianne, and I'm a job counselor also. I work with my clients also. I'm in the resource room and do some workshops on resumes, assessments, and whatever we need to do to help you.
So what can you expect when you come here? Well, first, you're going to be greeted by Dana. And then you may be referred to Eunice, who works in the resource room. We want to help you find out, what are you here, what are your needs, what problems might you be having, what questions do you have? So there's always something to start with. Here we are again, and we are now on to the next topic. You have filled out that application, and now, because you did such a good job, you've been selected for an interview. What happened next? Well, first, here at Rural Minnesota CEP, anytime you want some practice, want some tips, feel free to come in. We always set up a practice or a mock interview. So we'll go through some of the basics for interviewing. One of those important things is the handshake. Very firm, and about a 1, 2, 3, let go. Be comfortable. Try and be genuine, be honest. Listen carefully, answer the questions. You can always ask to have the question re-asked if you're not sure or for clarification. Try and make it a conversation or a dialogue with the person or persons you might be interviewing with. Remember, they're just like you. They get up in the morning, they need to go to work. We're all people. We want to just sit and talk and learn about you.
Another thing they should bring in is a portfolio so they can write down the questions that you want to ask to them, because it's very important to ask questions at the end of the interview too, and it's okay to gather some information and write down your little notes on the paper in there.
Another point or tip is, you've gotten help from us on your resume. You might want to bring some extra copies of your resume in case those who might be at the table did not receive one. Again, you look prepared. You also want to do research on the company you are applying for. Look them up on the website. Find out their mission statement. Find out their accomplishments and what they do, what their priorities are. Learn about them. Use the job announcement to also help you answer questions that they may be asking in the interview. Be prepared.
And also give them examples. Don't just say you're a team player. Explain how you are a team player then too, to give more information about yourself.
Storytelling, validating. Validating with experience, numbers, specific situations. That's what people want to hear. They want to know your character, personality. How are you going to fit in with the current group you might be working with?
A very last thing I would ask is, could I get a business card from you? Because then you want to send a thank you note to the person you interviewed with, thanking them for the time, and write about how you be an asset to their organization. And it's just going one extra step above to show your appreciation.
Have some questions ready for the interview applicable to the job you're interviewing for and what you've learned about the company. Find out when the possible decision date would be. If you haven't heard, yes, follow up. Stop in, ask for the hiring authority, give a call. Sometimes the first person who was selected may not have been selected, and you might be next on the list. So don't just assume that if you didn't get hired, you know, there's still opportunity there. There might be opportunity in the near future. Let them know you're still interested. Well, Tani, this has been a great conversation, and we hope you are successful at your interviewing.
Good luck.
Welcome back. So now we're going to talk a little bit about some common mistakes. So those mistakes could be when you're looking for a job, your paperwork, and we're going to talk about some of those mistakes that might not get you the interview or get you the job. So, Tani, you got a couple to start with?
Yeah, one of the common mistakes would be not spelling correctly. You know, you misspell the words, and also not having a working phone number that has appropriate voicemail. If you are currently job seeking, make sure you have the appropriate voicemail along with a working phone number, which is huge, so that employer can contact you.
One thing that I suggest to people is you always treat everybody with respect. It doesn't matter if it's the person interviewing you, the secretary, the custodian, anybody you come in contact when you're applying for a job or interviewing is going to have something to say about what they thought of you when you came in. So always treat everybody with respect.
Not knowing about the company that you're applying for, and you go in and ask, hey, what do you guys do here? Not a good question. Do your research. Know who you're applying for. Is it appropriate and suitable for you? If it's not, then you shouldn't be visiting with those folks interviewing for the job.
Another thing is, don't ask about what the pay is. Wait till they offer you that position, and then you're able to talk about what the pay is too. Leave that for that opportunity when they offer you the job.
You need to be punctual. Be on time. If you're supposed to be there for an interview at 9, don't show up at 5 after 9. There's nothing worse than being late. It'll get you eliminated quicker than anything.
Again, how you look. Do you have chipped nails? No nails? Too much jewelry? Maybe the perfume is too strong? Those things can be distractions in your interview, and then they're not able to focus on you and what you have to offer, but all they want to do is get away from the smell. So don't do any of that. Don't wear any of that. Be very minimal.
And follow up with your application. Give them a call and follow up and see what their decision has been made. And maybe they can pull it up to the top there, and you may be the next one on the list.
Don't sell yourself short. If you've been contacted for an interview, they've already reviewed your application and your resume. They've chosen you. They've put you in maybe the top 5 or 10%. So go into your interview with some confidence, knowing that they've already decided that you could probably do the job.
Finally, when you end your interview or conversation, handshake, eye contact, tell them thank you, and good luck. We are on to the last chapter. You've been successful through all the steps in the process. Now you've been offered the job, and you're taking the job, and you're going to start. How do you keep that job? That's very important as well. One of the first most important things is dependability. Showing up prior to the start of work. Woody Allen once said that 80% of success is showing up on time. What else would
And
be,
100% of the skill is be in attendance, being there every day, on time. Do not call in. Know your schedule so you know what time you need to be at work too. Do not bring your cell phones at work. Every company will have their own policies and procedures about cell phones. Leave those in the vehicle until you know their policies and procedures. Also, visit with your friends on your own time. They are not there for your job. You need to do your job and leave your friends on your own time.
Dress code. What is the dress code, and follow the dress code. Getting to know your workers, getting to know how to get along with coworkers. You're not always going to get the shiny, hey, good job, Tani. You may sometimes go, you know, Tani, we need to talk about a problem or a concern. It's not a personal issue with the person I'm working with, but it might be a way to improve how they're working on the job, improve a skill level. And don't be afraid to ask questions.
That's what I
want
was
you to
just
come
gonna
and
say.
ask me.
That very first time getting that job and maintaining it, you need to ask those questions because it becomes overwhelming. So ask those questions for clarification so you know you're doing the job the right way for the company.
It's very important, if you have something you may need to be absent from work from, that you talk to your supervisor as early as possible about that upcoming date. Don't spring it on them the day before or the morning of. It should be a minimum of a week, if not 2 weeks to a month.
Yes.
That is only appropriate behavior in the workplace of working with your supervisor and your coworkers.
And ultimately, having a positive attitude, knowing that you want to be at work every day is huge.
So Tawny, this has been great.
Yes.
I hope you're successful. Again, come see us here at Rural Minnesota CEP, 803 Roosevelt Avenue, as all our staff are ready to help you, answer your questions, and get you to successful, happy employment. Thank you.
Thank you.